Hi everyone, it's Tammy and we're going to do a one sheet wonder today, and this is really a fun project to do, and it doesn't take a ton of time. So I didn't start on anything yet. I thought we could do it from start to finish together, and I got this from Chicken Scratch. Her name is Angie Juda. She's actually my upline in Stampin' Up, and she has a few templates on her website, and this is one of them. So it makes one box and then it makes 9 cards. And I thought that we would go ahead and do this template using One Sheet Wonder, which just means you're using one sheet of patterned paper to make your cards, however many it is. So you're trying to get as much use of as you can out of one sheet of designer series paper or patterned paper. And the key is that you want to, again, try to use all of it, but you need to make sure that you have a sheet that is not directional. You don't want to have to try to worry about which way you're facing things. You could probably do that. It would just be a lot harder. So it's easier to find a sheet that you really like, which is what I did. And I start with that. Honestly, I find a sheet that I think, oh, this is so pretty, I want to do something with it. And this is a great way to use as much of it as you can. So we are going to need the one sheet of patterned paper. You're also going to need 1 or 2 sheets of colored matching coordinating paper and card bases. So I have 5 pieces of Whisper White here that I'm going to use as card bases. And then I have 2 pieces of Blushing Bride. I don't know if I'm going to need 2 for this because I'm going to use my balloon punch, and I'm going to punch out balloons from this to put on each card. So these are going to be little birthday cards. And then I also have some twine. I have a lifetime supply of pink baker's twine, but I thought it's just beautiful and it's fun to use for lots of different occasions. So I have a pink one and a blue one, and I think I even have a red and green one for Christmas time. So let's go ahead and get started. And I think what I'm going to do is cut the bases first. So I'm going to move all of this out of the way. And my punch too. And I'm going to go ahead and create my bases. And you can make these top loading or opening at the top or on the side, whichever you prefer. I think I am going to do side opening. So I'm going to start with them on the 8.5 side, and I'm going to score it down the middle at 4 1/4. And then I'm going to cut it at 5.5. And these will be either, well, you can still make them top opening, but they're going to be wider at the top and then or side opening. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. So let's see, let's do this one at 4 1/4 and cut it at 5.5. And this will give me 10 cards, so I'll have 1 extra. We're going to score it at 4 1/4 and cut at 5.5. The only thing I have to tell you about these cards that I know for sure is that they are addicting. Once you start learning how to make them and start doing them, you'll see how quick and easy they are. And you'll look at paper and go, oh my goodness, I have to get that sheet for a one sheet wonder. Don't ask me how I know. I'm telling you for a friend. So 4 1/4. This is the last one. And 5.5. And this is the heavy cardstock, only because that's what I have left in my stash. I need to order some more Whisper White. And then we're going to take this, and I'm just going to cut it down at 4 1/4, because her original pattern or plan for this calls for 4 1/4 by 1/4 inch pieces of this. Maybe I'll still use it. I was kind of thinking I'm still going to do that. I'm going to do, so I need 7 1/4 inch pieces. I'm just going to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. What I'm doing, so you guys know, is I'm lining my cut mark that I just cut up with the 1/2 inch mark. That way I know that it's another 1/4 inch. That way I don't have to keep pulling each one out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Just a little trick that I like. So there's 7 of those, and actually I wasn't going to do that, so I didn't pull up my little instruction sheet. So let me look at that real quick. If I can find it. Here it is. Oh, I think I did have it opened and then I closed it just now. So, okay. I need to do... I need 2 more pieces that are 4.5 by 2.5. Okay, so then I'm going to do, oh, I'm sorry, 4 1/4 by 2.5. So I need those 2 for 2 of the cards. This will be for 7 of the cards. This will be for 2 of the cards. And then the rest I need to use to just cut out the balloons. So I'm going to punch out the balloons with this, and that was just 1 piece of cardstock that I needed. And then another sheet that you, or another couple of, or I guess it would be 4, 8, and you're making 9, so you'd need 2 1/4 sheets. If you were, like, let's say I did this in, I don't know, a red card, I would want to put a white piece in the side so that you could write on it. So you would want to have extra for that too. So that's just an FYI in case you ever decide to do this and you want to do it that way. I think we'll go ahead and cut this, and then we will worry about punching out the balloons. Okay, so this I'm going to cut, and I'm just following this, and I will put this at the end. At least I'll try to remember to put this at the end of the video, so if you want to refer back to this, you certainly can. But it's pretty easy. It's pretty neat. You just cut it into thirds, which is 4 inches. So 4 inches, 4 inches, and then you're going to be left with a piece that is 4 inches. So that's 4 and 4 and 4. And then one of them gets cut at 4 inches. So I have a sheet that's 8 by 4 and a sheet that's 4 by 4. I need to keep this 8 by 4. This is going to make our little box. And then I'm going to cut this one down to 4 by 3 1/4. So I just wanted to put it at 3 1/4. And cut here, and this is our scrap. This is the only piece of scrap we have in the whole project, and all the rest of the 12 by 12 sheet is used. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut it at 3 1/4. So it's 4 by 3 1/4, and I'm doing this 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm left with a piece that is 4 by 2 1/4, and that is okay. I want that separate. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing with this 4 by 12. So I'm cutting it at 3 1/4, 3 1/4, and 3 1/4. And then I'm left with the one that's 2 1/4. And I think that's all our cutting that we need. Oh no, I still need it out. Let's go ahead and make this box because I have it out and ready. So I need to score it on every side at 1 inch. For a second I thought that I cut it. I was like, oh no. My stomach sank. It was kind of funny. And it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if I did. I do have another piece of this paper, but... So it has scores on all 4 sides at 1 inch. And then you also need to score it on the long side. And I'm trying to find out. You want to score it on the long side at 3.5 and at 4.5. So I'm going to go in here at 3.5. And this just makes a really cute box. And then again at 4.5. Now I think that all of my cutting is done. So you can see where it is all scored and ready to go. I'm going to take my scissors, and on the two long sides, I want to cut at every score line a little V, one line on each side of the score line, and then coming down and coming off like that. So you're going to end up with just a little slither. And the reason that you do that is it makes it a lot easier to fold the box if there's just a little bit cut off of each side like that. I think you're going to be amazed at how quick and easy this box is. So there's my little slithers. I'm just going to throw those away. And then I'm taking my tear and tape. You want a strong adhesive. And I'm just finding the end. And I'm going to put a piece on the outside, so the pretty side of all of the little tabs. And this tear and tape is really strong. And it's my favorite dry adhesive for sure. Because you can just cut it to size with your fingers. It doesn't take any special tools to use, and it is super strong. Okay, once you have that, I'm going to go ahead and score them all, or fold them all in. And I'm going to use my bone folder to make sure that the folds are nice and crisp. Some of these paper packs have the cutest paper in them. It's unbelievable to me. I mean, this has, it's rose gold foiling. Come on, get out. I love it. Okay, and then once you have it all scored, then you take the bottom piece, or the, whichever, you take one of the small ends, and I'm going to peel the paper off. Actually, I'm going to peel the paper off all sides first. I think that's easier. Let's just peel all the paper off. Sometimes this little pokey tool helps. Ooh, the tape wants to come up on that piece. Okay. Now I'm going to just take it up and fold it, and then match the sides with it. And then I'm going to build a box on the bottom by pushing these two in and bringing them up and attaching them to the inside. And then this gets brought down. And this gets folded this way so it looks like a little ring box. And then you can turn it and make it go right over that. Isn't that cute? And then we'll put a balloon on top of that as well. So it's not quite done, but it's almost done. It's a cute little box. And we have that out of the way. Out of the way probably isn't the right word, but you know what I mean. And then I think I have this cute balloon punch. I'm thinking I might you could either do one balloon for each card, or you could do 2 balloons for each card, or you could do more, you know. I like the number 3 or odd numbers when I'm doing cards. So I'm tempted to just do 1 on each, because if I do 3 on each, that might be too many. So I don't know. I'm going to just punch. This is, and you know, one card could get a big one, and then another card could get a small one, or I could just do all of them in big ones and then have small ones as extra, or vice versa. I don't know. Since it punches out 2, it's hard to know. So this is at least 10 balloons. I might just go ahead and stop. Well, I'll do this one because it will make it an even row. I will stop here and we'll see how that looks. So again, I just used 1 piece of that colored cardstock. And I'm also going to use dimensionals. I didn't mention that, but I will want dimensionals for the balloons, and I will want glue dots for the thread, but this is only because I'm doing the balloons. I wouldn't normally have to use glue dots, but I think that it's going to make the card look that much cuter. So then this has 7 of one card and 2 of another card. So I'm going to do the 2 cards first, and for those you're going to need these 2. And then you're going to need these 2. And I'm going to want to go ahead and fold. Let's just fold all of these. That way they're ready to go. And I kind of like to assembly line things when I'm doing them like this. It just seems to really work out a whole lot better, and I like it. It's fun. It kind of makes me feel productive and makes me feel like I'm getting stuff done, which is always fun to me. Okay, so I have them folded in all different directions right now, but that's okay. I need 2 of them that will be opening this way. I'm going to put those up there for now. So for these, I'm going to need 1 of each of these, like that. And I'm also going to need some twine. So I'm going to attach my pattern paper to my cardstock, just using regular adhesive. Double-sided snail adhesive is what Stampin' Up! Calls it. I just have it in an ATG gun, which is an automatic tape gun. And then I'm going to take some of this ribbon, and I don't know how much, I'm just grabbing some, and I'm going to wrap it around here. I think that will be enough, and I'll just tie it in a little knot. And I'll do the same with this one. 1, 2. Oh, I think I ended it there. And then I'm going to need a piece of this for each balloon. And we'll see how one looks. Goodness, my scissors aren't cutting. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and tie this twine into a little knot. And if you know, I'm just going to say if you want to use regular ribbon, you could. But honestly, that's part of the beauty, I think, of doing these cards, is that obviously we're all going to have different stuff. So the key is to use stuff that you already have. If you really like what I'm doing right now and you're thinking, oh gosh, I'd really want to make it exactly the same, I totally get that, because I'm kind of like that some ways too, or I used to be a lot worse. But think about what you have in your stash and just get it, because honestly, some of this stuff is older and it's not available anymore. Some of it is maybe too pricey at the time, or maybe, you know, there's always a reason why you don't have to get something. And if you really want to, I mean, I'm not telling you you can't, but Like this twine, for example, I got this as a peachy cheap deal, I believe, moons ago. I mean, like I said, that's a lifetime supply of ribbon, so I don't even know if you could find that if you wanted to. So I guess my bottom line is just be okay with doing something similar but different. So we're just going to put the card attachment, the card front, I guess, on the front of the card. Just like that. This one is totally crooked. You guys didn't tell me. Your fault, totally. And then I'm going to take a dimensional. And let's do one big balloon and one with a small balloon so we can see how they look. Oh, and before I do that, I should have done this first. I want to take a glue dot. Let me go ahead and peel this. Did I cut string from my balloon string? I guess I didn't. I'm going to sandwich this string in between a glue dot and the dimensional, and I would have really done the, there it is, dimensional first, or the glue dot first, but I forgot, so. And then I'm going to put this, where am I going to put this? I'm trying to figure out where I think it looks the best. And Angie's demonstration of hers of course wasn't a balloon, but she had it like right here, which would be fine, but I just don't think that that looks good with the balloon. I think the balloon needs to be a little higher. And I just can't decide if I want it to come off the page or over here. I think I'm going to go with there. So there is our balloon. And if you wanted to make the string shorter or longer, I don't like it that long. I'm going to cut it a little bit. Yeah, that's cute. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing with this one, only this is a bigger balloon, so we'll have to see how we like it. But I do think that one balloon is a perfect number. I think if I had more, it would just be too many, because I'd have to do 2 more, because I'm weird about that. Let me just put this in the same spot. And it can actually hold a bigger, whatever that's called, string. I kind of like the smaller one better. But they're both really cute, and I think I need to put like a happy birthday or something down here. So I will probably still do that as well, but let's go ahead and make the rest of the cards and then we'll go from there. So I'm just going to do, I'll do all the small ones, and then whatever I have left I'll do big. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I just said I would do the string on the glue dot, and then I didn't do that either. Oh well. And then let's go ahead and attach the strings to all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one is a little too far over. And then I need my strings. My scissors are caught in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I need the little glue dots too. Okay. Let's go ahead and put the ribbon on all of them, or the string on all of them. Oh, that's way too high. Do, 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 do. So it's always nice to have some birthday cards on hand. I need to challenge myself and do a manly one of these days. Wouldn't that be nice to have 9 manly birthday cards ready to go when you need them? Because those are hard for me to make. And this is a great way to like give a gift too, if you want to gift someone some homemade cards. This is a fast and easy way to make a bunch of them. Alrighty. Now that I have all of those ready to go, I'm going to kind of put them up a little bit so that I can have some workspace, because then I'm going to need the cards. And what we're going to do with these, oh, I'm also going to, I'm not done with my assembly line stuff. Let's go ahead and take these and lay them out, and I will put adhesive on all of these. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the backs of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So some of these might be out of your field of view, so I'm sorry. I'm just going to put adhesive on all of them. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I'm just putting adhesive on the backs of the designer paper. All right, and then what we'll do is we'll take one of the card bases, I have a hair, and we'll put this on the bottom. So hopefully you guys can see this, with a little bit of space at the bottom and a little bit of space on the sides. And then you'll take one of these as the topper, and this reaches from side to side. And then we'll take a balloon and we'll just put that right up there. Isn't that cute? Okay, so let's go ahead and do the rest. I'm trying to make some room here so I can actually lay it down, and that's easier to watch, and it's way easier to do this way. So we'll lay this on top. We'll get a balloon and put that right there. that was even easier. I put all the bases on, and then I'll do these. Two. We are almost done, guys. 3, 4, and then, oh, that's a bigger one. Let me move him down a little bit. And his string is going to need to be cut for sure. We need one more for the box. I almost forgot. Goodness, what is wrong with these scissors cutting? And it would be kind of cute if you had the ribbon going over the balloon. Maybe using another piece of glue dot. There we go. That's cute. And let's see, do we need to do that with these too? We might. I don't know, they actually look all right. I'm gonna leave them because I think if I mess with them, it'll just make it worse. And then, so I think I am gonna put a sentiment on there though and just say happy birthday. So I need to find a happy birthday sentiment in one of my stamp sets. Surely I have one close. Oh, I haven't even opened these, and I think the happy birthday on here might be too big. I don't know, maybe not. Happy birthday. Yeah, I think it's too big. I want something smaller. If I did that one, I'd probably want to put it on a piece of white paper anyway, so that's not what I really want. This one says happy anniversary, so in love. That one's not got a happy birthday. There's a happy birthday in this one, but I don't really like the font. Well, goodness gracious. Here we go. I think I like the birthday greetings. And I could do it in this pink. There you go. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 2 over here. Let's see where I can put it. I wonder if I can lift this up any, or if it's been too long. Oh no, I can. Cool. I'm just going to move it up and over a little bit to give me some room. There we go. All right, so now let's look at our creation. I think if some of these, because of the way I did it, I might play with a little bit and put another dimensional or something on them so that they'll lay a little better. But yeah, I think overall they're really cute, and it seems like the big balloons are the ones that are the worst. So I kind of like the smaller ones better. And I think if I push them down pretty good, it seems to help. So we just made 9 cards and a little box for a gift. And it took no time really, and 1 sheet of like your pretty paper that sometimes you're afraid to use. And this little box is really cute. And it might be cute too, like to tie this ribbon around it. I don't know, maybe ditch the balloon and just put some ribbon around it. I don't know. Whatever you guys want to do. But there we go. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope that you guys give it a try. And if you do, please let me know because I'd love to see it. Have a great day. Bye-bye.